The Bold and the Beautiful scoop for Friday, November 14th reveals Luna Nozawa will figure out a way to break out of prison. Also coming up, Steffi Forrester and John Finnegan will indulge in a little love in the afternoon. B&B spoilers tease Finn remains thrilled that his wife is finally home. As viewers know, after her ordeal with Luna, Steffi and the kids left the country for a couple of months. So, now that she's back in LA, she'll show her husband how much she appreciates his patience. No doubt there'll be a romantic setup at the Cliff House, with lit candles and a bottle of wine or champagne on ice. Zinan may as well get engaged in a little passion now, because soon enough they'll have more drama worry about. Speaking of which, Finn's biological daughter has become desperate to escape from prison. On Wednesday's B&B, Luna became very perturbed after seeing Will Spencer's social media post. The photo alongside of the post was of Will and Electra Forrester at his newly gifted beach house. And it occurred to Luna that the man she's obsessed with is moving in with his girlfriend, despite the fact that she's carrying his child. The villain knows that if she ever had a chance to hook Will, her time to do so is running out quickly. After all, she's locked behind bars thanks to Electra. Luna will figure the only opportunity to get to Will is make a break for it. On Friday, she'll make her move to get out of there. But how will Luna make her getaway through the prison laundry? Stay tuned! Hey B&B fans! Are you enjoying the latest CBS Sudser Beyond the Gates? Then make sure you join our free Facebook group. Keep reading the Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. As the episode begins, Bill and Katie are hanging in his office, delighting in their renewed togetherness. Her one regret? That Will isn't living with them. But they agree, he's a grown man with his own career and now his own beach house to boot. Speaking of that residence, Electra and Will are at that very moment recalling all the dreadful things that Luna did there. And Luna herself? She's in her cell, tearfully telling Will's photo that she can't bear to lose him. Forgetting that he has a sex den next door, Bill suggests that he and Katie make up for lost time right there at his desk. When Liam interrupts, "I can't unsee that," they fill him in on their reunion. Liam is thrilled, especially at hearing that Katie has already moved back in. "Way to make it happen, old man," Liam cracks. Bill and Katie then inform Will's big brother that they've given him the home in which, as Liam puts it, Luna unleashed her full crazy. Not to worry, Katie says. They've had bikini bar waitress Rachel E. smudge the beach house, returning it to factory settings. At Liam's suggestion, she agrees to return the following day to light some sage around the office. Bill is fine with that idea, which all but stuns Katie and Liam. Who is this? And what has he done with the real Bill Spencer? The tycoon insists that his openness to Rachel's New Age remedies is all part of his evolution into, if not his best self, at least his better self. At the beach house, Will assures Electra that all the bloodstains have been removed from the beach house. Aside from the Luna of it all, Electra says that the place has great vibes. She doesn't want to let the psycho take away from all the fun she and Will are going to have there. Game nights, she says, for starters. Shortly, the duo are interrupted by an uninvited guest, a surfer coming in from a set and using the shower on the deck. Will informs the dude that he's on private property. The guys argue about who's harshing, who's mellow, and then the Spencer heir and Electra resume making plans for the beach house. He can't believe how perfect his life is. "I couldn't ask for more," he says. "Well, maybe one thing." Yeah, Luna not to exist. In her cell, Luna wails to Will's picture that she can't let him get closer to Electra. Is she really going to spend this whole episode talking to a pinup? Spoiler alert, yes, she is. As the episode goes on, she frets to the pic her fears that Electra will move in and Will forget all about his rapist. If only he could. As the episode nears the end, Bill gets extra schmaltzy with Katie, reminding himself that he has to keep evolving and proving himself. "You do motivate me to strive for perfection," he tells her. "You're my moral compass." Sorry, but is he reading directly from the script breakdown? From there, The former marrieds marvel at how well Will has handled the lunacy swirling around him. Katie goes so far as to wish Luna would disappear so she can never hurt our son again. Meanwhile, the inmate tells her picture of Will that he's the only one who wants anything to do with her. Except since when has he wanted that? A second later, another laundry cart is pushed past Luna's cell, and this time, you can see an idea forming in her mind. Finally, at the beach house, Will and Electra reaffirm their love. "We can get through anything," she insists. "Let's have fun." Will isn't done professing his love, though. The way he feels, he says, will never die. Cut to Luna blathering that she has to see Will before she loses him to Electra and his beach house. It's a little weird that the bold and the beautifuls, Sheila and Lee, are friends now, considering that Sheila once ran her off the road. Now that Lee has forgiven her and supported her when her marriage was crumbling, it feels like those bonding scenes were a foreshadowing. Something troubling is going to happen, and Lee is going to be caught in the middle of it. Will Lee catch Deacon and Taylor kissing, or in some other compromising position? And if she does, will she tell Sheila? Now that Deacon has returned to Sheila on The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee is happy that Sheila is getting a second chance to make her marriage work. Sheila has told her new friend how much she values her life with Deacon, but Lee can't forget the disturbing words Sheila once uttered, that if Taylor ever took Deacon away from her, she would kill Taylor. There is definitely a mutual attraction between Deacon and Taylor, so we know those threatening words are going to come into play at some point. With all the touchy-feely behavior we've seen between the therapist and her patient over the past few weeks, we know it's only a matter of time before they act on their attraction. It feels like the B&B writers are setting the stage for Lee to witness Deacon and Taylor in some kind of compromising position. Maybe Lee will go to Taylor's office to thank her for encouraging Deacon to reunite with Sheila. But when Lee arrives at the office door, she will get an eyeful and see Deacon and Taylor steal a forbidden kiss. We've seen Deacon and Taylor hold hands, embrace, and gaze at each other. Deacon even wiped her tears when she was crying over Ridge. If Lee sees them do something more, then it will put her in an awkward position. She will want to tell Sheila what she saw, but she may be afraid to, because of Sheila's ominous words about her intention to kill Taylor. So Lee will remain silent about what she saw. We could definitely picture the B&B writers charging full steam ahead with that storyline, when one friend keeps a secret from another friend, especially a secret that involves an extramarital affair that is soapy and scandalous. Here's what we predict may happen. When Sheila eventually learns about Deacon and Taylor, and she learns that Lee witnessed the kiss, not only will she want to kill Taylor, she will likely want to kill Lee too, the friend whom Sheila thought she could trust. Sheila will be furious that Lee kept the secret from her. She will view it as a betrayal, so Lee had better be careful that she plays her cards right. When you sign up to be Sheila Carter's friend, you never know what exactly you're getting yourself into. Taylor was fantasizing about slow dancing with Deacon, but maybe Lee will return to Il Giardino to retrieve something she left behind at the bar, and she will see the good doctor and her patient dancing for real, if Sheila doesn't see them herself. It just feels so fitting that Lee should be the one to see them together, since she's the only person who heard Sheila make that threat about killing Taylor. So it feels like the B&B writers are preparing to put Lee in the middle of a major dilemma. If that's where this storyline is headed, then how will Lee find a way out of it without becoming Sheila's victim again? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the week of November 17th to 21, reveal that there'll be some new Luna Nozawa danger, while Steffi Forrester Finnegan has questions. Hope Logan will also find herself in a tight spot, so there'll be a lot happening on B&B. First, let's discuss Electra Forrester and Will Spencer's calm before the next Luna storm. After moving in the beach house together, Will and Electra will get lulled into a false sense of security. Electra and Will are going to let themselves believe everything will work out, especially since Luna is locked away in a jail cell. However, Luna's escape plot could derail Will and Electra's attempt to live happily ever after in the not-too-distant future. Luna will indeed make it her mission to win Will's heart and shove Electra out of the picture. In order to pull all that off, Luna will prepare to move forward with the necessary escape scheme. Of course, Luna's looming getaway could ultimately launch trouble for Steffi, John Finnegan, Bill Spencer, and especially Katie Logan, considering all the dialogue about her fragile health. In the meantime, Bill and Katie will continue to enjoy their blissful reunion. The same goes for Hope and Liam Spencer, but they'll have more pre-wedding drama to contend with. Beth Spencer admitted she doesn't want Sheila Sharp at the nuptials, so will Liam and Hope surrender to her wishes? If so, that could put Hope in the tough position of essentially banning Sheila from the ceremony and giving Deacon Sharp updates on the situation. Deacon could face a tricky ordeal of his own if he has to tell Sheila that she won't be going as his +1. Back with Steffi, she'll inevitably have more love life questions for Taylor Hayes. When will Steffi figure out that Taylor and Deacon are struggling to resist each other? Steffi may have an interesting stance on this possible Deacon and Taylor romance when the time comes, so stay tuned for her eventual reaction to that news. As for Carter Walton, he'll contemplate his budding relationship with Daphne Rose and try to nail down a plan to prove he's worthy of her heart. Could Carter cook up a grand gesture that'll catch Daphne by surprise? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say, the week of November 17 to 21 will bring some highs and lows, so don't miss what's in store for all these characters and more. The Bold and the Beautiful scoop for Thursday, November 13th reveals Luna Nozawa will be desperate to get out of prison. Also coming up, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester will celebrate. B&B spoilers tease Will and Electra will be blissfully happy. Bill Spencer just gifted his son the beach house, and he couldn't be more excited. Of course, the whole situation with Luna and her unborn child is still hanging over their heads, but they'll put that aside to focus on each other as the young couple settles in at the beach house. Will and Electra will go for a swim, then relax on the deck. "I'm the luckiest guy in the world," he'll tell his girlfriend as he kisses her. But is Will going to ask Electra to move in with him, or is it too soon? As for Luna, she'll be distraught after seeing a photo of Will and Electra. On Wednesday's B&B, she asked a prison guard if she could borrow her phone. "I want to check on the man I love." But Luna is about to wish she'd never asked the guard for a favor. When she looked at Will's social media page, the first thing she saw was a photo of him and Electra in front of the beach house. The hashtag read #NewDigs. Understandably, Luna will be upset. After all, she was hoping Will and their unborn child would be her get-out-of-jail-free card. So, how is she supposed to remind Will of how much she loves him when she's locked behind bars? Luna will realize she needs to get out of prison as soon as possible, and she'll plan an escape. But will she succeed? Hey B&B fans! Are you enjoying the latest CBS Sudser Beyond the Gates? Then make sure you join our free Facebook group. Keep reading The Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, November 13th reveal that Rachel the energy healer will visit the beach house while Luna Nozawa has a spin-out behind bars. Now that Luna has seen Will Spencer's #NewDigs photo on his social media account, she's losing it over the possibility that he's now building a home and life with Electra Forrester. Unfortunately, Luna doesn't have anything better to do than stew over all this, so her mood will go from bad to worse on Thursday's show. As Luna becomes increasingly worked up, she'll refuse to let Will go and will make more declarations about their future together. Luna will eventually resolve to escape and score her own new chapter with Will, so look for her to do some scheming in the coming episodes. Until then, Will and Electra will enjoy some relaxation time at the beach house. There was previously some talk about moving on from the bad vibes, so someone will ultimately arrive to help with that. Rachel Riley is a former Big Brother winner who's been featured on plenty of other reality TV programs as well. B&B fans may remember Riley from her run as Rachel the bikini bar server, who was last seen in 2014. Now Rachel's services go beyond serving up drinks and appetizers since she does some spiritual cleansing on the side. Rachel is an energy healer who considers toxic houses her specialty. So that's a nod to her portrayer's Big Brother history. Look for Rachel to share scenes with Bill Spencer, Katie Logan, and Liam Spencer on Thursday's show. Rachel will do her part to get rid of all the Luna toxicity and creepiness within those beach house walls. so stay tuned for updates on her efforts. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Will and Electra will hope to firmly put Luna in the rearview mirror. But that could be difficult if some getaway news follows Luna's plotting. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Brooke Logan might catch Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes' sizzling moment. Will Brooke end up reeling over Sheila Sharp's cheating hubby? Taylor is trying to maintain some professional boundaries with Deacon, but it's tough now that he's awakened something inside her. Both Deacon and Taylor feel a certain pull toward each other that's only going to get stronger in the coming episodes. The show already offered up a slow dance fantasy between Taylor and Deacon at Il Giardino. However, B&B may let Taylor and Deacon have some truly sizzling scenes if this keeps up. It'd be a waste if they had all this buildup without truly going there. So let's hope Deacon and Taylor will at least make out. If Taylor and Deacon hit the sheets at some point, that'd be even better since it'd escalate the drama. Regardless, Deacon seems poised to betray Sheila with Taylor, so it's just a matter of when it'll happen and who'll find out first. This seems like the perfect story for Brooke to get involved in for a couple different reasons. For starters, Brooke just stole Ridge Forrester back from Taylor and would like to see her find happiness with someone else. That's something Brooke's been rooting for, but she'll be taken aback if she learns Taylor is finding her bliss with Deacon. Since Deacon is Brooke's ex, that could add another layer of messiness to all this. Deacon feels a certain bond with Taylor because they're both Ridge and Brooke's roadkill in his eyes. At some point, Brooke may witness Taylor and Deacon surrendering to temptation. Perhaps Brooke will spot Deacon kissing Taylor, or even walk in on them stripped down for some passion somewhere. That could put Brooke in a tight spot if Taylor and Deacon beg her to keep quiet. Brooke doesn't want to keep secrets from Ridge, so would she tell him anyway? Whatever the case, Brooke may sound the alarm if she catches Deacon cheating on Sheila with Taylor in the coming episodes. Since Brooke knows what it's like to be targeted by Sheila, she may fear for Taylor's safety and warn Deacon that he's playing with fire. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Sheila could get some scandalous news and unleash her wrath down the road, so stay tuned for updates on all the excitement. The bold and the beautiful recap for Wednesday, November 12th, reveals that Bill Spencer offered up an amazing gift, while Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp's private fantasy brought some dreamy moments. At the beach house, Will Spencer was happy for Bill and Katie Logan now that they were back together. Another good surprise came when Bill admitted he was giving this beach house to Will. Electra Forrester was also there to help Will celebrate Bill's generous news. There was some talk about all the Luna Nozawa chaos that happened at the beach house, but Katie insisted they were putting that terrible chapter behind them. Bill, Katie, Electra, and Will took the celebration outside, so Will wound up snapping a pic with Electra in front of his new place. Will eventually talked about how blessed he was since he had a great job at Forrester, a new house, an incredible girlfriend, and reunited parents. In her jail cell, Luna gazed longingly at a photo of Will on her wall and grew frustrated since he wouldn't come for visits. When a guard named Stowell appeared, Luna convinced her to pull up Will's social media pics. Luna saw Will had posted one next to Electra in front of the beach house with the caption, "Nat Newdigs." That left Luna flipping out over the idea of Will forgetting about her while building a home with Electra. "I need to see you. I miss you so much. I love you, Will, and I know that deep down, you love me just as much too," Luna declared in a moment alone. At Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester Finnegan wondered if Hope Logan blamed Taylor for Deacon's reunion with Sheila Sharp. Hope assured Steffi that wasn't the case, and gushed over how much lighter Deacon seemed thanks to therapy with Taylor. At Il Giardino, Sheila once again praised Taylor for her role in saving her marriage to Deacon. Zende Forrester Dominguez showed up along with Carter Walton and Daphne Rose, who took the stage and sang a song for open mic night. Taylor and Deacon kept looking at each other across the restaurant as it became harder to deny their desires. As Daphne continued to sing, B&B offered up a fantasy of Deacon and Taylor dancing close while in the restaurant alone. Although Taylor tried to leave in a hurry after Daphne's song wrapped up, Sheila and Deacon convinced her to stick around. Carter seemed to become even more enamored with Daphne thanks to her latest tune, so they shared a flirty interaction and a kiss after the performance. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Carter may make some updates to his strategy when it comes to fully winning Daphne over, so stay tuned. On the Tuesday, November 12th, 2025, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi and Hope discussed Deacon's therapy. Daphne's performance created sparks for multiple couples, and Luna lost it after seeing Will's new social media update. Will was ecstatic to hear the news that his parents had finally reunited. Electra said they made Will's day by revealing the great news. Bill promised his son that he'd be the man that Katie deserved, which also meant he needed to be a good father to him. He asked if he had ever given Will a house before, and he revealed that the beach house was officially Will's. Bill hoped he could make new memories in the beach house, but Will pointed out that it was the scene of Luna's crime spree, which resulted in Luna nearly dying, plus Sheila and Liam being shot as well. Katie acknowledged that it was the site of a terrible incident, but she and Bill were adamant about putting the past behind them. Bill handed over the keys to the beach house to Will, and their son exclaimed that it was precisely what he needed. Electra looked on with joyous eyes, as she was finally experiencing something that didn't make her the victim. The foursome stepped out onto the patio for drinks, and Will expressed his gratitude to his parents for their generosity. Electra suggested she and Will take to social media to share an update about his new living arrangements. The lovebirds took a selfie, and Katie exclaimed about the importance of the fresh start. Bill and Katie wished the beach house would help alleviate some of Will's anxieties. Will couldn't say enough positive things about the sudden direction of his life. Despite everything with Luna, he had a gorgeous girlfriend, and after years of dancing around the idea, his parents were finally back together. Steffi asked if the Sharp family therapy sessions were the new normal. Hope wasn't sure, but she hoped it would help in convincing Deacon to listen to everyone and walk away from his marriage to Sheila. Steffi wasn't convinced that her mother, even with her talents, could convince Deacon to end his marriage. Hope just wanted her father to recognize his worth and know he could do better than the deranged woman he lived with. Hope was hopeful that Taylor could push Deacon in a different direction than remaining married to a career criminal. She knew there was another woman out there for him. Steffi stopped Hope before she left the CEO's office, and she hoped that she didn't blame Taylor for Deacon and Sheila reuniting. Hope denied the accusation, but she did admit she wished Taylor would openly side with her and Deke. They wanted their father far away from his wife, and with Taylor's painful past involving Sheila, she didn't think that was too tall a task. Steffi was surprised that Deacon sought therapy in the first place, and Hope was taken aback by it at first as well. Hope was saddened that her father didn't cut ties with Sheila after starting therapy. However, she couldn't deny the change in Deacon after he began seeing Taylor in a professional capacity. Steffi questioned whether Deacon genuinely benefited from therapy, but Hope insisted it was true. She gave Taylor all of the credit for the noticeable change in her father, and Steffi couldn't help but react in awe. Sheila held tight to Deacon and thanked Taylor again for bringing her marriage back from the brink of death. Taylor appreciated the kind words, and before she could downplay her impact on Deacon's decision, Sheila interrupted her. Sheila recognized the fragile state her marriage was in before her husband's sessions with Taylor, and while Deacon lost trust in her, seeing Taylor as his therapist rekindled their future. Taylor was uncomfortable accepting the praise, but Sheila was insistent on singing the good doctor's praises. Daphne, Carter, and Zendi joined Taylor, Deacon, and Sheila, and the countdown began for open mic night. Sheila promised the group that Daphne was a generational talent, and they were in for a treat. Carter stopped Deacon on his way out of the restaurant, and he confessed he was supportive of Hope and Liam's reconciliation. Deacon pointed out the chemistry between Carter and Daphne, so he figured he'd already put Hope in his past. Carter looked forward to cheering on Daphne's performance from the sideline and found himself incredibly captivated by him. Deacon escorted Taylor to a table reserved just for her, and then introduced Daphne to the guests of Il Giardino. He and Taylor couldn't stop locking eyes throughout the sultry performance. Daphne's performance also caught Carter's attention, and he seemed ready to put a ring on her finger at the conclusion of the song. A fantasy sequence imagined the entire restaurant cleared out, and it was just Deacon and Taylor, together, in the moment, staring into each other's souls. After the performance, Daphne hinted there was more for Carter to discover about her, and he looked forward to the challenge. The two shared a kiss, and he seemed happier than ever. Taylor tried to make a quick getaway, but Sheila caught her in the act. She admitted the singing got to her, and Sheila insisted that she remain for the additional performances of the evening. Taylor thanked them for the invite and called the experience memorable. In her prison cell, Luna looked at a photograph of Will and pleaded for him to make another visit. She asked one of the guards to use their phone to search for something on the internet. Luna wanted to scour Will's social media for any updates on her baby's father. Initially, the guard wasn't interested, but Luna begged her until she caved. The guard scrolled through Will's social media, but Luna noticed the selfie from in front of Bill's beach house. She panicked, believing that Will and Electra were officially moving in together. The guard took off because she didn't want to give her any additional favors. Luna cried out that Will's home should be with her and not Electra, and she realized she needed to do whatever it took to see the man she loved again. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna is back in jail, but fans wonder how long she will avoid paying the consequences of her actions yet again, as no doubt she will get out. Luna Nazawa, played by Lisa Yamada, is a character who is either loved or hated, but most definitely watched. That popularity was evident when Lisa won the Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Emerging Talent in a daytime drama series this year. This being said, the heinous crimes Luna has committed, ranging from double murder, kidnapping, drugging, and, most recently, sexual assault, have had her once again locked up in jail, where many believe that she should be. It was beyond absurd when Bill had her freed and put in his custody at his mansion the first time, and now fans wonder what will happen this time when she is inevitably released to spread fear and panic throughout fake LA. Fans have been reacting to this on the Soap Central message boards. Cat Mama 1 wrote, "It is going to happen sooner or later. We all know that. Will Katie get her out, citing her concern for the baby? Or is she plotting an escape? I noticed today that a couple of workers in the jail went past her cell with a cart that looked like it was full of laundry. Will she hatch a crazy scheme to hide in a cart full of dirty laundry and somehow make her way to freedom? Or will she come up with some other insane plan? What do you folks think she will do? All opinions welcome, Belinda. I'd be okay with her escaping for a while, but I will not accept another pardon or failed prosecution. This girl should be in prison for life, many times over." Couch Cruisin' added, "The dirty laundry is my bet." In fact, that is the first thing I thought when I saw her watch her prison mate roll the tote past her. She believes her delusion that Will loves her, no matter how many times he tells her he doesn't. When she breaks out, she will just add another charge to a growing list. Shake My Head added their thoughts. Since it's November sweeps, I think she will be more creative. It probably has something to do with the uniform of the corrections officer. I'm guessing her cellmate will sneak in the uniform in the laundry cart, and both of them will escape jail. I agree with Belinda. It had better not be a pardon, throwing the case out due to lack of an evidence trail or some paperwork snafu on The Bold and the Beautiful that will irk just about everyone, even in real LA. If we are going to see Luna out of jail, let it be something reminiscent of the show Prison Break or Wentworth. If you are unfamiliar with either of those, please look them up, especially Wentworth. For now, we are going to have to watch Electra being the victim instead of Will, who is actually the victim, and pleading with the soap gods not to let it be some ridiculous reason Luna is back anywhere near Forrester Creations or Will. Sheila nearly drove Lee to her death, but that hasn't stopped the two from becoming friends. Despite their dark past, Lee and Sheila became good friends on The Bold and the Beautiful. They bonded over their shared love for Luna and Finn. Meanwhile, fans are baffled that Lee would associate herself with the notorious killer. At the time, Lee brought Finn from the dead after Sheila shot him. He was presumed dead, but Sheila eventually found out his whereabouts. Meanwhile, Lee tricked Sheila into believing that she wouldn't turn her in for shooting her son. She claimed that she had to leave to get supplies for him. However, she tried to pull the wool over Sheila's eyes. Lee jumped into her SUV and drove away into the pouring rain. She thought she had survived. But then a van approached her from behind closely. Lee realized that it was Sheila behind the wheel. Sheila picked up speed as she chased Lee and intentionally drove her off a cliff. She got out of her car and looked down the cliff with an evil grin on her face. Sheila had thought she had killed Lee, but Lee came back from the dead and ended up in Bill's care. Do B&B's Sheila and Lee deserve each other? Ironically, the two became friends for a similar reason. Lee smuggled Luna's body from the hospital in an effort to bring her back from the dead and rehabilitate her. Sheila found out what she was doing, and the two bonded over their granddaughter. Over on one soap opera message board, B&B fans questioned Lee's friendship with Sheila. The original poster asked, "Is Sheila and Lee's friendship realistic?" Sheila has turned to Lee about her marriage to Deacon. She has become her close confidant. One fan responded, "I think so. They're both criminals who will break any law to get the outcome they want, all in the name of love." Someone else argued, "Lee's actions make zero sense at this point. She's so judgmental of Poppy, but she gave Luna another shot by saving her life. And now she's cozying up to Sheila, the woman who shot her and left her beloved son for dead." Some fans think the two are bonded for life due to their complicated family ties. Another person noted, "They share a son, a granddaughter, a grandson, and now a great-grandchild on the way. Too many things bind them together." B&B viewers previously called out the hypocrisy between Lee and Sheila. Lee gets away with the crimes she committed, while Sheila has to continue to prove that she's changed. What are your thoughts on their friendship? B&B fans questioned Luna's character, as Lisa Yamada shared the shocking truth. When Luna Nozawa first joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 2023, she wasn't written as a bad girl. She was someone who was sweet and innocent, much like Electra Forrester. However, her character then took a dark turn. B&B viewers have questioned Luna's shocking transition, which played out over the course of a year. Meanwhile, actress Lisa Yamada shared the shocking truth about her on-screen alter ego. On Reddit, one fan posed the question, "Was Luna once a good girl gone wild?" They wanted to know what happened to the former Forrester Creations intern. They recalled the time when Luna accidentally took her mother's mints while sneaking into Zendi's apartment. She claimed that she was drugged and thought she was sleeping with RJ. One person responded, "Luna admitted that sleeping with Zenda was a plan, and she was never on drugs. She was fully aware of what she was doing. I still don't understand the point, but she slept with him on purpose and wanted everyone to think he had taken advantage of her when she was never actually on drugs." Luna told Steffi that RJ was a boy, while Zendi was a real man. She wanted something different and willingly jumped into bed with Zendi once she knew he was interested in her. This was her way to sleep with him without making it look like she was cheating on RJ. She's also committed a series of crimes since then. Luna killed Tom Starr when she thought he was her biological father. She also killed Hollis when she found him tampering with the evidence. In addition to her crimes, Luna has tried to kill Steffi more than once and shot her grandmother, Sheila. See? Peace in the foot. On the new episode of the Soapy podcast, Lisa Yamada shared what happened to her on-screen persona. She admitted, "In the beginning, I was playing this sweet, virginal girl, and no one was buying it. Luna was initially cast as RJ's love interest. Things changed course around the holidays, when Yamada informed head writer and executive producer Bradley Bell. I drunkenly told him at a Christmas party that I want to be bad. And he was like, okay." Yamada didn't expect her character to end up murdering people, framing her mom for that order, shooting a daycare, and raping Will Spencer. "I meant like a badass," Yamada clarified. But Belle totally took it and ran with it. She's grateful for Luna's storyline. "Honestly, I really appreciate it. I get to do a lot," Yamada added. Even though Luna's in jail, she's planning her escape this week. Find out the soap legends who helped Yamada channel her inner villain. The B&B's must-watch moments for Thursday, November 13th, show Will and Electra building a new life at the beach house, while Luna makes a haunting vow from behind bars. The Bold and the Beautiful's must-watch moments for Thursday, November 13th, see Will and Electra settle in at the beach house, while Luna finds herself in prison looking at a photo of Will. Luna vows not to lose Will. Since Luna raped Will and became pregnant with his child, things have been up in the air for Will and Electra. However, recently, they seem to have moved forward in their relationship. Luna attempted to get out of prison by having somebody else punch her. However, although Bill fell for that the first time Luna tried it. This time, though, Bill wasn't about to spring the mother of his grandson. He's been burned by her before, and Bill no longer trusts anything about Luna. In fact, he's pretty furious with her. Both Katie and Bill are super supportive of Will and Electra's relationship. They just want to see their son happy. Of course, the two of them also decided to move back in together as they help support Will. Love and danger collide as Steffi and Finn reignite their spark, while Luna begins plotting her next desperate move behind bars. The bold and the beautiful's must-watch moments for Friday, November 14th. See Steffi and Finn making some time for romance after her time away. Meanwhile, Luna decides to start planning her escape from prison. Steffi left town after Luna tried to kill her, and Liam shot Luna, leaving everyone believing the evildoer had died. But Lee saved her life, secretly. Due to all the drama, Steffi left Los Angeles for a while with the kids. Finn stayed on and continued working at the hospital. Now, Steffi is back. Finn surprised her recently by stopping by. Since Luna raped Will and became pregnant with his child, things have been wild in her life. Electra finally called the cops on Luna, and she's been locked away ever since. Luna attempted to escape from prison by employing one of her old tricks. This time, Bill was on to her, and he suggested that she had somebody punch her, which is precisely what she did. After Luna's recent actions, Bill is entirely done giving her any leeway at all. Honestly, nobody is on Luna's side this time. Her days of fooling people may actually be over. Even in prison, though, Luna remains obsessed with Will. She seems to believe that she and Will have a happy future together with their baby. Electra and Will make it official, as Luna loses her mind. On the Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Will and Electra agree to move in together. They make a fresh start in a place with dark energy. The episode starts with Katie and Bill announcing to Will they're back together. Bill wants to prove that he's the kind of man that Katie deserves and the kind of father that his son deserves. Then, he had a surprise for Will. He gave him the keys to the beach house, which already has a bad presence. It was the very scene where Luna had a showdown with Steffi, Sheila, and Liam. Even Will reminds his father about that. However, Katie and Bill want to put that dark chapter behind them. Will is already over the thought. He's ready to move into the place with Electra. It didn't take them long to celebrate. The parents toasted the happy couple, who are rushing to finalize their commitment. Will wants to prove to Electra that he's utterly and completely devoted to her. Will told his parents about how lucky he is. He has a new job, and now he's moving in with the woman he loves. Life can't get any better for him. He decided to commemorate the moment by sharing a selfie of himself with Electra on social media. He wanted the world to know about the latest status of their relationship. It's probably not a good idea since Luna is already stalking him. Meanwhile, in prison, Luna spiraled and wondered why Will hadn't visited her. She still doesn't get that he wants nothing to do with her. She asks the prison ward to give her their phone so she can check in on the love of her life. Interestingly enough, a laundry cart goes by. Is that how Luna plans to break herself out of prison? Getting knocked out and knocked up with Will's baby didn't work. So, what extremes will she go to now? Finally, the prison ward allowed Luna to look at her phone briefly. She noticed Will's recent social media post, which includes the hashtag #NewDigs. Luna found out that he's moving in with Electra, and she lost her mind. What does she have planned now? Is Bill and Katie's reunion about to be brief? It's the moment the bold and the beautiful fans have been waiting for. After years of separation, Bill and Katie are back together. While viewers are excited about Beatty's reunion, some fear that history may repeat itself. Bill and Katie are one of B&B's super couples. The bad boy tycoon and the sweet Logan sister are opposites, but make a perfect match. Like many couples, the Lovebirds experienced their share of drama, the latest of which involves their son Will. Will's going through a difficult time thanks to Luna and her pregnancy, but Bill and Katie are there to support him. Bill and Katie putting on a strong front has not only helped Will, but also themselves. Sparks reignited for the exes, and Katie agreed to give Bill another chance. While Beatty's reunion is a heartwarming moment, their happiness might soon be shattered. Bill has a history of cheating on Katie, mostly with her sister Brooke. Bill and Brooke's on-again, off-again affair began in 2012 and resulted in a pregnancy. Sadly, Brooke miscarried and tried to keep the affair and pregnancy a secret. But the truth was eventually exposed, leaving Katie devastated. Despite Bill's affair with her sister, Katie reunited with him. However, deep down, she couldn't shake the fear that Bill and Brooke would betray her again. When Bill and Brooke were caught on camera kissing, a fed-up Katie finally divorced her husband. But with Brooke back with Ridge, Katie shouldn't have to worry about her sister and Bill. Or does she? Brooke has always been Bill's biggest supporter, much to the chagrin of Ridge. Recently, Brooke and Ridge have been at odds over Bill. Ridge isn't holding back from blaming Bill for the Luna situation, but Brooke was quick to come to Bill's defense. She explained that Bill knows he messed up and is trying to make up for his mistakes. Brooke defending Bill certainly raised eyebrows and has fans wondering if another Brill affair is in the works. Although Brooke just reunited with Ridge, odds are they're due for another breakup. With Brooke heartbroken and lonely, she could find herself back in Bill's arms. And given Brill's history, fans suspect another round of Brooke and Bill is on the way, which could mean more heartache for Katie. Daphne claims that she wants a man who will prove his love to her. Maybe that man is Zenda, not Carter. Zenda returned to the bold and the beautiful, and he might have walked into a love triangle. The show is dropping anvils that Zendi could be secretly interested in Daphne, who wants to be pursued by Carter. It's been months since fans have seen Zendi on the show. On Tuesday's episode, he didn't waste time, asking Carter about the status of his relationship with Daphne. Carter only said that he wants to get to know her better, but these two got to know each other very well when he was with Hope. Meanwhile, Daphne wants a man who will prove he deserves that heart. However, that man could end up being Zende if Carter's not careful. When Daphne and Steffi walked into the design office, Carter blabbed that Daphne's secret is that she's an incredible singer. Zende was interested in going to an open mic night, but does that mean he really wants to hear Daphne sing? It seems like B&B is setting up yet another love triangle. Zende could end up as the third wheel in Daphne and Carter's blossoming romance. He probably wanted to know their relationship status to see if he still had a shot with Daphne. Now, he wants to get to know her more. It didn't take long for Zende to jump at the idea of open mic night, even though nobody invited him. He willingly accompanied the couple to Il Giardino. At first, Zende acted aloof around Daphne. He acted as if he wasn't attracted to her natural beauty or intoxicating scent. But he could have been playing it cool so that she wouldn't notice. Zendide could end up snatching Daphne when Carter's not looking. He might prove that he deserves her heart, not Carter, who goes from 0 to 60 in all of his relationships. A love triangle hasn't stopped Zendi before. We remember when he fought with RJ over Luna before she became bad. But Zendi and Daphne might have more chemistry and passion. Plus, the last thing that Carter needs is another quickie engagement. He's just setting himself up for heartbreak once again. Here are all the reasons why Zend and Daphne are the perfect match. Luna is desperate to get out of prison, and she'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. Luna crashed out after she saw Will's big news on The Bold and the Beautiful. He shared on social media that he's moving in with his girlfriend, Electra. Luna assumed she would end up with him, even though he wants nothing to do with her. Now, she's planning her great escape from prison. Will is ready to take the next step in his relationship with Electra. The two have been through a lot in the past year alone. It took Electra time to become vulnerable and intimate with Will. He had to prove that he was devoted and committed to her. They also dealt with Remy and Luna interfering with their relationship. Luna got pregnant with Will's baby after she got him drunk and raped him. This nearly drove a wedge between the young lovers, but they found their way back to each other. Luna assumed that she secured a life with the love of her life, but Will is disgusted by the sight of her, and rightfully so. Luna is getting desperate after she discovered on social media that Will and Electra are moving in together. She previously assumed that Will would let her out of prison after seeing her bruised and bloodied, but the Spencers are already onto her. They knew that she would con someone into punching her out. By this point, Luna has found clever ways to get out of jail. She got knocked out so that Bill would feel sorry for her and issue her a pardon. So, Luna thought it would work on the billionaire and his golden son again. Luna also thought carrying a Spencer child would secure her golden ticket, but she found herself spiraling behind bars. B&B dropped an anvil during the Wednesday, November 12th episode. A laundry cart was being rolled out by an inmate with the guard with her. Luna will likely request to go on laundry duty. She'll try to distract the guard by manipulating them. Then, she'll find her way out of jail through the laundry chute. It's November sweeps, which means that Luna will get more creative with her prison escapes. She believes in her delusion that Will loves her no matter what, no matter how many times he tells her he doesn't. When she breaks out, she'll add another charge to her ever-growing list, the bold and the beautiful, spoilers and updates for the upcoming 3 weeks, spanning from November 10 to November 28th, indicate that viewers can expect some delightful Thanksgiving surprises. Not only that, but the introduction of Bill Spencer's intriguing new hire and a fair share of wedding preparation drama. During the week of November 10 to 14, fans will witness some electrifying moments between Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes as they share a dance at Il Giardino. Even if this turns out to be merely a fantasy sequence, it could serve as a significant hint regarding the romantic path that Taylor and Deacon are likely to embark on in B&B. Will Sheila Sharp finally realize that Taylor is more than just a supportive therapist in Deacon's life? Taylor harbors feelings for Deacon, which could potentially jeopardize Sheila's marriage, especially since she is also developing a crush on him. In addition, Bill will take action to address the toxic atmosphere at the beach house. Former Big Brother champion and reality television personality Rachel Riley is set to reprise her role as Rachel, the bikini bar server. However, this time she won't be serving food and drinks. Instead, Rachel has taken on a new venture as an energy healer, which means that Bill will be hiring her to cleanse the negative energies before Will Spencer and Electra Forrester take up residence. Be sure to catch Rachel in the episodes scheduled to air on November 13th and November 14th. This transition to the beach house is bound to disturb Luna Nozawa when she receives news in prison, prompting her to spiral and start to focus on escaping. In the week spanning from November 17th to November 21st, Liam Spencer and Hope Logan will be intensifying their preparations for their upcoming wedding. However, there's another pressing matter at hand: Beth Spencer's efforts to prevent Sheila from attending the ceremony. This issue might resurface and create some tension, especially if Sheila believes that Deacon should accompany her regardless. Deacon might contend that they ought to honor Beth's desires, but it's clear that Sheila will not take this news lightly. Meanwhile, Carter Walton is set to enjoy more meaningful moments with Daphne Rose as he endeavors to strengthen their romantic connection. We can expect to see that trend persist throughout the week of November 24-28 as Daphne and Carter make their way to Il Giardino to celebrate Thanksgiving. Interestingly, Deacon has decided to extend an invitation to both Carter and Daphne for his own Turkey Day festivities alongside Sheila. This means the four of them will find themselves in a somewhat awkward yet pleasantly memorable gathering this year. This special Thanksgiving episode is set to air on November 26th and will also feature a reunion for John Finn Finnegan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, and of course their family, Kelly Spencer, Hayes Finnegan, and Taylor. Adding to the excitement, an unexpected guest is also slated to join the Thanksgiving celebration, making it intriguing to discover who will bring an extra dose of joy to the holiday. While Matthew Atkinson has been seen on set filming as Thomas once again, it appears he might not return to the screen until the Christmas season. If that turns out to be true, it opens up the possibilities for this special Thanksgiving guest to be someone entirely different. There have been whispers about Douglas Forrester making an appearance, so it's possible he could show up solo for some reason. In any case, the bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that the upcoming 3 weeks are bound to deliver some significant news and thrilling surprises. This week on Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say that Electra Forrester will have a heartbreaking epiphany. Since Luna Nozawa went to prison, the pregnant killer has been out of sight and out of mind. But Electra will finally have to face facts and accept the fact that her boyfriend is having a baby with another woman. Here's what's coming up next on the CBS soap. Spoilers down below. Electra Forrester was a bit delusional to think that after she had Luna Nozawa arrested, her relationship problems with Will Spencer Jr. were going to go away. In fact, B&B spoilers say that Electra and Will's issues are really just getting started. Regardless of who the baby's mother is, Electra is going to have to face the fact that her boyfriend is going to be a father in a few months. And the Spencer family will be welcoming their newest heir. Upcoming soap previews say that as Luna's baby bump grows, Will Spencer will start to accept the fact that he's going to be a father. Once he sees the baby's first ultrasound or learns the gender, B&B spoilers say Dollar Bill Jr. will even start to get excited about the newest addition to his family. Meanwhile, proud grandparents Bill Spencer and Katie Logan will be buzzing around the Spencer mansion and baby-proofing and preparing for their grandchild. Everyone will be looking forward to the birth of Luna Nozawa and Will Spencer's baby, except for Electra. As Luna's due date nears on Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers hint Electra will come to the realization she's not the most important person in Will's life anymore. Will she jump ship and go find a man that doesn't share a kid with a serial killer? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers show that Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes have agreed to be friends, but a steamy slow dance together could cut that vow short. A red-hot B&B's preview video for the week of November 10th to 14 reveals the friends swaying and perhaps getting too close for comfort. Deacon is a married man, but his mitts are on Taylor's bod at Il Giardino. Did we mention that Taylor drapes her arms around Deacon's neck and they are both looking longingly into one another's eyes? The only thing missing is a stolen kiss. Then again, this being a soap, could the scene be a fantasy daydream? Definitely maybe. After all, fans recently saw a similar scenario play out when Luna Nozawa imagined being married to Will Spencer. As long as we're speculating, who do you think is more likely to have such a daydream, Taylor or Deacon? Taylor and Deacon's bond was forged after she therapized him following Sheila Sharp's latest betrayal. Patient and Shrink were getting a little too close, however, and a spying Sheila vowed that if Taylor crossed a line, she'd have to kill her. And she means it. What Sheila doesn't know about are the warm words Deacon and Taylor are sharing behind closed doors. Ironically, Taylor and Deacon's kids want their parents to move on, but maybe not with each other. If this is happening in real life, it's curious that Taylor and Deacon are acting so brazen at his outdoor bistro/pizza place, Il Giardino. Anyone could happen upon them, especially Sheila. What is certain is that Deacon and Taylor connected on a real level and now seem to be thinking about one another an awful lot. Whether or not the slow dance is real or Memorex, the fact that it happens at all is disturbing. Tell us, the Bold and the Beautiful fans, do you want to see Taylor and Deacon together? Or can Taylor do much better? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the week of November 17th, suggest some curveballs. Fans can expect Hope Logan to face a new dilemma. Taylor Hayes keeps a secret from everyone. Plus, Luna Nozawa makes a desperate move, which could put Electra Forrester in grave danger. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Will Spencer and Electra. The two were given the beach house by Bill Spencer. Now the young couple is going to move into the home. Will snapped a happy picture and posted the news to social media. While Electra and Will are overjoyed with their new chapter, it will come with some risks. In the prison system, Luna has just seen the social media post from a prison guard. Now, the lady is more desperate than ever to get out of prison. While Luna's current target is Electra and not Steffi Forrester Finnegan, everyone is at risk if the villain escapes prison. With hints about Katie Logan's heart failing, could Luna's escape prove to be too much? We don't know what will happen yet, but in the meantime, Katie will continue moving back in with Bill, the Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers for the week of November 17th reveal that Hope and Liam Spencer face a dilemma. Beth Spencer had made it clear she doesn't want one person at the wedding, Sheila Carter Sharp. Hope will likely agree to talk to Deacon Sharp. I could see Deacon agreeing not to bring Sheila, but breaking the news to her might be another story. That would allow Deacon to attend the wedding with someone else. Taylor Hayes. With Taylor fantasizing about Deacon, it's only going to be a matter of time before these two land in bed together. However, will Sheila go after Taylor? Or is the Reformation actually real? Carter Walton is working to impress Daphne Rose. While she wants him too, Could there be something that threatens their romance? Perhaps it won't be something in Carter's past, but in Daphne's. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of November 17th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for Nova 17 to 21, 2025. Unveil Hope Logan plotting, and Steffi Forrester scared about something. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week, then we dive into what is coming next week. So, Wednesday, November 12th, we've got Katie Logan and Bill Spencer with Will Spencer and Electra Forrester, and the parents are toasting their son and his girlfriend moving in together at the Spencer Beach House. Katie and Bill are talking about how happy the young people are going to be. Will is very grateful to his parents, but Katie says, "You know what? We just want you to be happy. No thanks necessary." It's ironic that they're moving into the house where Luna Nozawa almost died. I think that won't be lost on her. It's not lost on me. Probably not on you either. Speaking of happiness, Will is happy to find out his mom, Katie, is moving back in with his dad, Bill. So, this crisis apparently has made Katie forget all the terrible things Bill has done, and he swears he's changed. I don't think he has. We'll see. Fingers crossed for her, though. Hope and Steffi's talk that began on Tuesday continues on Wednesday, where Hope is confiding in Steffi about Deacon Sharp's family therapy session with her and their dad, Deacon. Hope's telling Steffi how beneficial therapy has been for Deacon since he started seeing her mom, Taylor Hayes. Of course, Steffi is going to be happy to hear about her mom's professional triumph. I do expect Hope might mention to Steffi that she wants someone better for Deacon than Sheila Carter and her 8 toes. I'm sure Steffi will agree, and Hope may soon be plotting to try and make this happen. Luna asks her guard friend if she can use her phone to check on Will, the man she loves. So yeah, this guard is going to let this violent criminal, Luna, browse social media on her phone. That seems like a firing offense, doesn't it? Plus, we've got quite the crowd at open mic night at Il Giardino. We have Sheila telling Zenda Forrester Dominguez, Taylor, Carter Walton, and Daphne Rose that they are in for a treat. So, it looks like not only is Daphne going to be singing, but Deacon is actually going to sing. I don't know if I've ever heard Sean Kanan sing before, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've seen him be a Karate Kid, and I've seen him on this soap, seen him on Y&R, but I haven't ever seen him sing. Thursday, November 13th, we have Electra and Will settling into their new place. They are at the beach house, posting on social media about how happy they are. They are vowing not to let Luna stop them from moving forward and having a future. Will tells Electra he is the luckiest guy in the world, and he kisses her while they're hanging out beachside at their new digs. There's a welcome home sign that looks like Katie put up for them, and the parents have taken off by then so that Electra and Will can properly christen their new little house. Meanwhile, in her cell at the jail, Luna is staring at that photo of Will and Electra, and she vows that she cannot lose him. This is because the usual guard let Luna use her phone to go on his social media, and she saw them looking all loved up and the hashtag #newdigs. Luna freaks out and asks if they're building a home together, but I think very quickly she's going to recognize that house because she was stalking it, so I know she's going to recognize it. And then she's crying to the guard, saying she has to get out of there. On Friday, November 14th, we've got Steffi and Finn making some time for romance while everybody's over at Il Giardino. And that's usually what Steffi and Finn do. They are happily settled. We're about to have Liam, Spencer, and Hope happily settled, so I guess the younger generation is going to pick up with the drama. Plus, Luna is busy planning her prison break by the end of the week. Obviously, Will, Electra, and the Spencers will be horrified if Luna escapes prison, but I think especially Electra and Steffi will be worried. If Luna gets out, I do wonder if she will run to Sheila, which would be a terrible thing for her marriage. For November 17th through the 21st, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers show we've got Daphne and Carter getting closer. Daphne is pretty much head over heels for Carter, but she was the one who was chasing him for a while, and she wants that to flip around. She wants Carter to pursue her and prove that he is worthy of her, and her bestie Steffi is all for that. So, good for Daphne. I bet that Daphne and Carter are going to be intimate before sweeps end. Plus, we've got Thanksgiving planning underway. Deacon and Sheila are going to invite Carter and Daphne to hang out and eat with them at Il Giardino for Turkey Day. I do expect Taylor to be with Steffi, Finn, Kelly Spencer, and Hayes Forrester. Probably not at the big Forrester gathering since Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester just remarried, and she'll be at the head of the table. That would be so uncomfortable for Taylor to be there. What I also expect, though, is for Deacon and Taylor to be thinking about each other while they are with other people. Hope and Liam keep on with their wedding planning, and they should set the date soon. It seems like it's time to make a gown as well, and I wonder if Deke Sharp is going to be in charge of that. Speaking of, we're going to have more on Remy Price's darkness, and what else he might have done aside from stalking and terrorizing Electra with those deepfake nudes and all the terrible things he did to her that are unforgivable. We are also watching out for a Bold and the Beautiful and Beyond the Gates crossover. Newlyweds Danny Dupree and Andre Richardson from BTG are in Los Angeles. They're supposed to be doing a photo shoot for a Forrester Creations fragrance line. Danny was once a supermodel and said Forrester Creations was the one gig she always wanted and never got. They offered her and her new, much younger husband, Andre, the opportunity to model because they are headline makers and they're trendy right now. If you don't watch Beyond the Gates, Danny, of course, used to be on Bold as Maya Avant. What's not clear to me, and we'll know when we get the full spoilers for the week, is whether the crossover episodes are going to happen on Bold and the Beautiful, if they're going to happen on Beyond the Gates, or if they're going to happen on both. If you guys aren't watching Beyond the Gates, it is quite a good show. We also have next week Deacon unable to shake his feelings for Taylor, and he's basically fooling Sheila into thinking he's happily reunited with her when he is not. Katie's ready to pack up and move into the Spencer mansion. The holiday should be magical with them reunited at Bill's place. And then they need to start working on that nursery, right? Steffi grills Taylor, and May sniff out that her mom has this inappropriate but growing attraction to Deacon. Luna's determined to get out of prison any way she can, and then Electra better watch out. I bet if she's loose, of course, Steffi will be furious, but also scared. And soon, look for Rachel Riley from Big Brother. She's been listed in the credits, so she should be on any day now. She was on the most recent season of the CBS reality show, BB27. In past cameos, I think she's been on Bold like 7 times. She's usually been a waitress at Bikini Bar, so we'll see if they pull that set out of nowhere for this. Or maybe she'll be at Il Giardino. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers are in for Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Fans can expect Electra Forrester and Will Spencer to move in together. Meanwhile, a prison guard shows Luna Nozawa a social media post that makes her even more determined to escape from prison. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Will and Electra's big move. Inspired by Bill and Katie's reunion, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester decide to move in together, proudly sharing their milestone photo online. Luna's dangerous obsession. A prison guard's mistake exposes Luna to Will and Electra's happy post, fueling her fury and sparking a desperate new escape plan that could put Electra in danger. Romantic crossroads. Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp share a wistful moment that could threaten Sheila Carter's fragile redemption arc and reignite old passions in Los Angeles. Let's start off with Will and Electra. Bill Spencer asked Katie Logan to reunite once again. This time, she said yes. That clearly has inspired Will to do the same thing with Electra. While the young man's relationship has encountered some curveballs lately, he really loves Electra. The young jewelry designer feels the same way, so they make a decision. Will and Electra decide to move in together. So, expect the couple to be busy making their little home together. It's a logical next step, especially with how much Will cares about her. Will and Electra take a photo together in front of the beach house. Then, they share it on social media, announcing their big move together to the world. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, November 13th reveal that Luna doesn't get social media in prison. However, a prison guard shows the inmate a photo from social media, which shows Will and Electra moving in together. That was a mistake on the prison guard's part, as it will just make the young lady even more determined to get out of prison. Fans recall that Luna's cellmate offered to beat her up again, but the villain said no because it didn't work last time. However, Luna also told her cellmate to avoid the stomach. So, I'm wondering if she will take a big risk and allow the prisoner to hit her in the stomach to gain the attention of Will. After seeing that social media post, Luna is going to step up her game. Instead of Steffi being the target, it will now be Electra. There should also be something about Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes. Both were daydreaming about dancing alone together while Daphne Rose sang. It also seems Hope Logan's intel might give Steffi Forrester Finnegan an idea. However, this could ruin Sheila Carter Sharp's redemption, so stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, November 13th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to check back with Celebrating the Soaps for all the latest, the bold, and the beautiful spoilers, news, rumors, comings and goings, and updates.